Okay, welcome back everyone. Next week, Mahmoud Tareq Beshir, FameLab finalist from 2020, who's continuing his studies for a second master's degree in clinical oncology at Ain-Shams University, Cairo. He talks to us from Egypt about the fluidity of science careers today.
Hi, I'm Mahmoud Beshir, and I'm a physician training to be an oncologist, that is, a physician working to treat cancer patients. I'm also a science communicator and an avid volunteer in the fields of youth empowerment and informal education. I want to take you over the next few minutes on a journey that will shed light in a different manner on science careers. In 2016, a report published in the world by the World Economic Forum discussing the future job market stated that 65% of students in primary schools today will be working in the future in job types that don't yet exist. While controversial, this is very exciting because thinking back 18 years ago, when I was still doing my GCSEs, we didn't have smartphones, we didn't have social media, the Internet of Things has just been conceived, Tesla cars weren't even founded. And to think all of the jobs and careers that went into these structures and forming them didn't even exist then, but now they're part of our everyday lives. Now, I think these have been brought about by two key ideas. The first one is the challenges and the new challenges that arise and we face each and every day, requiring resolution and therefore novel ideas to solve them. And the second one led the ideas of passionate, creative individuals and pioneers that want to bring something new to life. And together, these two lay the foundation for future careers that don't even yet exist. Now, personally, I had the pleasure of a fluid multi-employment throughout my life. I went through many different experiences. Now, to begin with, as a med school student, I was involved in extensive volunteer work in health education, health promotion, charitable work, informal education. And I got to see how arts can be involved in education and health promotion. I got to see the power of volunteering and how through these experiences one can forge a strong network of collaborators, volunteers, connections, and that would open doors in the future. Following graduation, I started working for a year as an emergency medicine physician, and that was followed by a period in which I was a GP at a rural health clinic in Egypt, and that was before applying for my oncology residency at Mahmoud Tareq Teaching Hospital in Cairo. Now, throughout these, I was still doing part-time volunteer work, and one of the most memorable was working with an NGO in Cairo, targeting cancer patient support, and working to organize medical conferences for cancer-related fields. And on one event, we even got to light up the Great Library of Alexandria pink in solidarity with breast cancer patients, and throughout the different events, managed to raise great contributions for patient support. And it has been extremely rewarding to go through these experiences. And following this period, I wanted to apply for a master's degree, and I was honored and privileged to be accepted as a Chevening Scholar, going on to study my master's degree in cancer sciences at the University of Glasgow, graduating with merit and receiving the Graduate Skills Award. It was an extremely wonderful year and very rewarding, having experienced wet lab research during my dissertation project. I had experience to go and see the work done at cancer registries and all the intensive efforts being done and how it's done, that methodology of it, as well as got introduced to the concept of science dissemination, how science needs to get out of the lab and from scientists to the public so that they know why is it important, how it works, and where does all the funding goes. And on my return back to Egypt and back to working in the clinic, I also wanted to pursue that science dissemination concept. And so I participated at the FameLab competition. And it's a science communication competition where scientists and STEM students can share a scientific concept of their choosing or their research in under 3 minutes to a public audience. I managed to win the national final here in Egypt and went on to the international competition, reaching the final top 10. And it was extremely rewarding talking about science, something that I love, as well to a public audience, making it exciting, as well as making global connections with extraordinary scientists and each passionate about their different fields. So from there, I'm currently continuing my training. I'm also doing a second master's degree in clinical oncology at Ain-Shams University in Cairo. And soon I want to pursue a PhD and continue my practice to become a consultant. Now, there are a few takeaways from my story. So I'm gonna pinpoint some of them. To begin with, science is constantly evolving, and as the famous legendary martial artist said, be like water. Bruce Lee said, be like water in one of his famous interviews. And to do this, one needs to be open-minded and flexible, open to new opportunities, enabling him or her to adapt to a fast-evolving world. A career in science requires constant growth and learning, and this can happen in two ways, either a straightforward trajectory, for example, a physician graduating med school, you start getting an internship, then a residency, specialty training to become a registrar, and specializing further to become a consultant. And this is done through getting more experience and the required necessary degrees and doing the tests and licensing in order to become a to specialize in the field. However, it is quite likely that today we see it a lot. Scientists are involved in multiple disciplines, doing different things, working with colleagues on different research. A scientist might be teaching a class at university. They might be attending and participating in conferences, doing advising politicians on different aspects as they are needed. They can be working with product development or treatment development and different aspects of the industry, being consultants and so on. There are so many different aspects to science that a researcher isn't only a scientist in the lab. They do much more than this. And interestingly, science is all around us. It's in all fields. So whatever you think about, science is part of it, whether it was engineering, space exploration, communication, travel, medicine, biology. It's all around us. Even in sports, in arts. Each year, the Academy Awards, the Oscars, hold an event to honor the researchers who have developed tools and techniques to propel the film industry forward. So, what science needs right now is motivated, young, and creative, passionate people to contribute to it and push it and all of humanity forward. So, here are a few tips. 1. Work hard and do your best wherever you go. 2. Take your time to decide your direction. It's okay to try different things, and as I said, science is fluid. You can try multiple things until you get to what you are passionate about. 3. Get experiences through volunteering and training. It's a very good way for you to get involved in different things for even short periods of time or doing part-time work. And it helps build character as well. And remember, wherever you go, always leave a positive impact. Create everlasting connections. You never know when those will open doors for you in the future. And speaking of, lessons from the past will come to your aid in the future. And remember, try and try and try again. This never stops being true, whether you're applying for graduate studies, postgraduate studies, for grants, for scholarships. Keep trying and learn from each time you do. And think, what is the field you are interested in, and consider what are the sciences involved. And through this, you can be working in something you're passionate about and help advancing it through science, because science is in everything. And remember, be like water. Running water never goes stale. So continue to grow and move forward. I wish you all the best, and may you be the flag bearers of modern science advancements. Thank you.